All right, something I want to talk about today, more of a call to action, if you will, probably than anything else. And I've just reached my limit. I'm sure you guys have. I did a video on this a week or two ago and have a suggestion and want to get your guys' take on it, which is every single motorcycle wreck case that I've received here recently to start working on, every single one, we've got an at-fault party who's dead to rights at fault, yet they are jumping out, screaming to the hilltops to the cops that they aren't at fault. The motorcycle rider must have done something, didn't have headlights on, must have been speeding. I had one where they have no clue, and they're spouting out to the cop that, oh, he must have been drunk, or he must have been this. They had no clue. So they test my guy, and he's not drunk. So out of that frustration, it got me thinking a little bit more, and I had talked about this with some riders in the past, but it seems to me that it should come as standard equipment on all motorcycles at this point are freaking cameras, GoPros or whatever, on the front, on each side, and on the back, that automatically when you turn that key, they're starting to record to capture these wrecks, these cagers driving around, not paying attention, not seeing motorcycle riders out there when they clearly should. I can't tell you how many of my cases are in broad daylight and it's some driver doing something just completely insane. And I think truthfully they aren't seeing the motorcycle rider, but it's not because they're looking. It's not because they're following Georgia law. So want to see what you guys thought about it. I know some of the newer helmets are coming with cameras. I think that they point out to the sides and those sorts of things. I think those are great to have. I don't know how comfortable they are. I don't know if if there's an issue with quality or anything like that, but anything that you guys can do to mount a camera, at least pointing in out the rear and out the front. Of course, it's not going to capture the side, but most of these accidents are vehicles coming from your left, either directly in front of you or they're coming and T-boning. So hopefully a front camera would capture most of the negligence in that case. The sides are going to be real difficult to mount a camera, but I know it doesn't look great, but if there is some way, if any of you all out there comment to this video, shoot me an email. How can you or have you put a camera in certain spots? I think it's just an absolute safety issue for motorcycle riders so they can capture these wrecks and once and for all end this silliness over who's at fault. I've yet to have one that's actually gone further than a couple of months of an adjuster arguing over who's at fault before they finally relent, but you know a day's coming where there's going to be a wreck where they just keep fighting and fighting. And I've had several of those in the past and had to go all the way to court on a couple of them to prove that the motorcycle rider was not at fault. But anyway, I'm curious to see what you guys have done, what you think. But again, my point is I think it needs to just be a safety device that's on all of these bikes going forward. So just my 2 cents. Want to see what you guys think about the topic as well. Shoot me an email. Respond in the comments below, and remember, if you've got any topics that you want to hear from me on, please let me know. I'm always looking for topics that I can talk about and share with the group. Appreciate you watching, and look for my next video. Thanks, bye.